Okay, so right off the bat, what I do is just look at the bigger picture. Is for U.S. equities, it would be SPY, DXY, or TNX, 10-year bond, or this one sa US market. So here sa crypto, you have this for Bitcoin or maybe total 3. So sa total 3, looking at the 60-minute one, it's forming a V and it's most likely going to fill this one, but I'm not sure. It's not within my system. So nagkaroon ka ng pattern here na ganyan. Tapos that's a downtrend. Here, it's going in an uptrend. So you're looking at the MA50, ganun. This is this one, the one, asan na ba yun? And here is just a character change. So kung nag-change, kung ma-break man yung downtrend niya, and then hindi pa siya nag-form ng series highs, series lows, it's just a character change. So this one na-confirm na uptrend, but still, when you look at the market breadth of the crypto market, you can see here the those that are below MA50, which is yung price nila below MA50, and then mas marami sila compared to those that are above MA50. So here you have 52 lang. So yung market breadth ngayon is usually ilalim sila ng MA50. Ano ba ilalim ng MA50? It's the midpoint. So pag mas mababa sila sa MA50, I go short. But I mean, pag mas marami yung mababa sa MA50, I go short. Okay? So I used to arrange this by RSI from low to high, and then I tried going RSI high to low, and then I've seen more success from low to high. Like ganito ako mag-screen, mag-start ako dito, ganyan. And then for mga, if it came to na yung MA50, uh, yung price above MA50 is higher, what I look at is the volume in 24 hours USD, ignoring the top 3 ones. So, total 3 lang tayo. Total 3 is market cap exclusive of excluding BTC and Ethereum. So, yung 3 hanggang dulo. Okay? So, here, I found that sa RSI from low to high, I looked at every one. So right now, I'm looking at the ones below 40. Kasi 'di ba yung range is 40 to 60. That means nasa sideways lang siya. Anything above that is either a uptrend or I mean either bullish or oversold or I don't know, overbought, mga ganon. So random picking lang. I saw, oh, dash. I saw somewhere here, ganon. Blah blah blah. This is the daily chart yung pinagbabasehan nito. I can't seem to find a way to find hourly yung pagbabasehan ng MA. So yun, basta yun. So what I look at kanina is, syempre, volume profile agad. Di ba? From kung saan siya nag-start mag-rally pababa. Kasi if you start from here, andito ang volume mo. Like, like this one. You start from here, yung volume profile mo nasa taas. Okay, pwede yan, bigger picture. So, pwede mo sabihin, ito yung resistance, dito nagbebentahan. Yung mga naipit dito sa taas. Okay, that's also a good point. That's also a reason why I'm gonna be going short. Diba? And this means, dito, yung mga POC, value area high, yan, good places to short. So, what I did, after that, I just computed Fib ratio. And since most of the, I don't know, since most of the time or not, I, I use the Fib ratio here. So, almost 0.5. Dun siya napupunta lagi. So, example again. So, from here to here, 1.5. Diba? So, ang magiging price target ko ngayon, 1.5. Diba? So, bias ko for this market is short. Tapos, I'm gonna pull up my Bollinger Band uh, Berio setup. Ganon. So, this shows you that the volatility is contracting if the pink one overshadows the gray one. So if it does, it's due for a huge volatile move. So yeah, hanap lang ako ng entry. So pwede kong gawing entry yung ito, and then stop loss ko is above this value area high or above this Bollinger Band, because the Bollinger Band is just a standard deviation of a range na pwede niyang puntahan. Sometimes may overshoot na to, and then if ever overshoot, it usually goes back within the zone of the gray area. So, if ever may overshoot, ibig sabihin, re-entry lang tayo. Sunod nito, nag-overshoot, na-stop out ka, re-entry. Tapos, if ever, ganon, ibig sabihin tama yung bias mo. Kasi yung nasa taas ng yung mga nakalabas ng Bollinger Band, binentahan sila pababa. So yung bias mo tama. So here, looking at this entry, and then TP mo 1.5 kasi based on the previous performance, usually mga 1.5 fib ratio lang yung yung usually TP area. Other than that, kapag nag-2 ka, sobrang layo. Look at this one. Kung nag-2 ka dyan, dito sa setup na to, di ka pa na-hit ngayon. So, nangangatay ka na. 'Di ba? Naipit pera mo. Although profit, 'di ba? So, kung nag 1.5 ka lang, tama agad 'yan, no? Na-hit to, 'di ba? So, ganun din gagawin ko dito. 1.5. So, 2.3 ay 23.8 yung TP ko. So, since short tayo, taasan lang natin sa 23.8. 'Di ba? So, sa 23.5 pwede na 'yan. Basta above 3 ang RRR mo. So, yun na. Papasok na dyan yung position sizing mo, risk management mo, yung bet sizing mo, ganun. Kasi yun nga lang, aabangan mo dito sa value area low if there are signs of reversals like this one. 'Di ba? May bear trap pa na isa. So W 'yan. O, sign of reversal 'yan. Kung nagkakaroon ba ng weakness sa volume dun sa area na 'yon, kung baga bumabaliktad ba. Tapos, ito yung tip. I got this from Jet Mojica, BOH Society, Philippines. When you are in a volatile move or in any market, pagka mababa yung volume, hindi titigil yung move. Pag nagkaroon ka ng malaking volume, yan ang panahon na titigil na yung current direction niya. So for example, dito, pababa, ito 'di ba? Bumaba siya. Okay? So tapos nagkaroon ng malaking volume, tumigil na yung direction niya pababa. So sige, continue. Sideways lang siya, sabi niya. Tapos biglang nagkaroon ng malaking volume. 'Di ba? Tapos ayan na, malaking volume ulit. Titigil muna siya. Pag ganyan, mamba-out ka na. Pag nakita mo yan dito sa time na magti-TP ka na, mamba-out ka na sa position mo. And then, pag na-hit mo yung TP mo sa TP area mo, sell half ka lang. Kasi ang bias mo dito short ay long term bearish, 'di ba? Sell half, let the profit run. Kung sell half ka na dito, tapos tumutuloy pa, set mo na siya as stop loss mo, break even yung 50% mo. Para if ever bumalik dito, para ka lang din nag-TP ng initial plan mo. Pero kung di man bumalik dyan yung price, kumikita ka pa rin. Hindi pa rin natutulog yung position mo. Pwede ka mag-open ng bago dito. Kasi, ito, pagdating dito, or dito, risk cancelled na. Diba? Pwede ka mag-open ng isa pa dito. Pero maximum lang, 2 to 3 per 2 to 3 VAR inside a position, inside a ticker. Yun lang ang usual na sistema ko. Yun lang, look, kapag nagko-contract na siya, although hindi masyadong obvious, pero it comes with experience eh. Minsan malalaman mo na lang, dito hindi masyadong obvious. O dito, obvious, di ba? Nag-contract. O bumagsak. Siguro yun din yung hinahanap ko. Although, pwede mong pangunahan, pero are you willing to pangunahan it? Pag pinangunahan mo o hindi, parehas lang eh. Ngari, dito ako nag-short, mabalik din naman dito yung presyo eh. Doon papasok yung patience ko. Impatient ako. E di, ngayon ako mag-short. Doon din naman papunta yan eh. High volatility, low volatility, high volatility. Yan lang ang cycle ng lahat. How about